I'm live. It's 1:30. I'm fucking live. I'm alone. I'm alone because I'm upset. My son knows I'm upset, and he knows that if he shows up, anything can come out of my mouth today. Any fucking thing possible. Because my balls are twisted. He's not connected. He's here, motherfucker. Like the devil. Like the devil.
I tell you, you can't even be a few seconds late.
It's not a matter of that. It's not a matter of it. Oh, speaking of a few seconds late, like dinner, 30 minutes late. Okay, before I bury you, because right now I am really, really upset. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not saying hello to everybody, but my balls are twisted. So it's minus 190. My son's gonna broom me doing this video because I'm gonna get triggered. I always do. So if I get triggered and I start ranting, and God forbid a motherfucker in comments says something to me, it's over.
Backwater swim meet ran early today with the big NFC games. They made sure to not bump heads against it. That's why I'm available.
Who? What Backwater? What, your other videos?
No, Backwater didn't think I'd make because he thought I was going to be at the swim meet again. So I just told him that they ran the swim meet early today.
I'm gonna give you props first because I got to do this in some kind of chronological. Got to do it with some kind of. Okay, so Tuesday, I had okay. Before everybody panics, right now live bet Fairfield, not Fairfield, live bet Canisius right now. If you can get a line on it, let me see what I got it at. Because you fucking guys are sweating out, not getting down on the early game.
Are they playing Fairfield?
No, they're not playing Fairfield. Stop it. They're playing Manhattan. How come I can't see a line on it?
Us Jersey boys can get in.
Yeah, no. Let me see what line they got right now. You want to live bet Canisius right now? How come I don't see a line? Why isn't there a line?
I like that shirt, by the way. You got the little quarter pocket there to
yeah. I got a little pocket
to block the nipple on the one side. You're like little Kim wearing that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just so upset. You know, I just didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't even brush my teeth. I'm just really fucking aggravated. So before I tell you about my aggravating day, to everybody out there, like I said, I will destroy my son today because I have no choice. But I had kind of an emergency. I had to kind of get out of Dodge at like 2:00 in the morning to get to North Jersey. I had to get to South Jersey before I got to North Jersey. So I fly out of the house and I get to New Jersey and I go to stop it's like about 5:00 in the morning now. And I've already had 2 cups to go, coffee. I'm going to stop and get coffee. I go in my pocket. I don't have a penny in my pocket. I don't have a credit card. I've got nothing. I am 3 states away with no money. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. What? Now, I always keep a secondary license and 1 emergency credit card in my glove compartment. Okay? Just in case something like this happens. So I'm like, holy shit. Here's my options.
You're like a doomsday prepper.
What's that?
You're like a doomsday prepper. Like you're prepared for you to forget everything you own. It's actually impressive.
Because I forget everything. I do forget everything. So here are my options. My options are call Sharon and say, Sharon, do me a favor. Here's the combination of my safe. I don't have any money. Make a deposit into my bank so I have some money for the next 5 fucking days.
I don't even want to know what's in the safe, by the way. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's some money in there, but I'm sure there's a lot of random kinky bullshit in that safe. I wouldn't even want to know what's in that
There's
safe.
fucking cash in this fucking safe. What else am I going to do? Put in the safe?
It's probably like whatever is on clearance every week at Pleasure Plus, and
probably just fucking Benjamins, dead presidents. I can't do that because if she knows the combination, she's gonna know how much money is in the safe. My second option is to tell your sister, who's 12, not 11.
Okay? I do keep getting that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You're a numbers guy. So the thing is, if I tell my daughter, just to take, I got to physically tell my daughter, like, just take out a couple of bucks to have my pot, but she'll steal money. So, and I don't count it because it just lays there. So I figure I'm going to get called for at least 20% by telling Vegas was Canadians minus 2.5 or 160 money line. I'd like 2.5, but Bruce, you don't have to like 160. That's kind of silly. They should be able to cover 2.5. They got off slow, they'll be fine. So anyway, I choose none of the options. So I do the dreaded thing that a father has to do: pick up the phone and call his pompous fucking jerk off son. And like, here's what happened. Jay, listen, what that? I tell him the same story I'm telling you. And I said, what I'll do is I got some money in my cigar can. I always leave a couple $1,000 here just in case I need it. I have to go to 7-Eleven. So I'm on the phone. So I'm talking to him as I'm telling him the story. I'm like, hang on. I got a text. You've got money. I didn't even ask him yet. I didn't even give it an amount. He fucking sends me $3,000. Didn't even ask him for an amount. Didn't ask for nothing. Fucking sends me $3,000. Didn't say when are you gonna have it, even though it was gonna see him like in a day. Didn't gripe. Just fucking sent me $3,000. I could have stiffed him for it and said, look, I didn't ask for $3,000. What the fuck you sending me $3,000 for? But needless to say, what I found out today is you fucking idiot. You send it as a purchase, not as a family. Cost me $91.
That's
moron.
This is fake news.
Hey, listen to me. I will bet you $10,000 fucking dollars right now. I'll cut and paste it right here on my PayPal account. $2,911 charged me $90. And I'm like, it's one thing if you're trying to pull a swindle at one of your buddies who's not even your buddy. We got the same last name.
Oh, just wait until PayPal makes you pay taxes on that $2,911 that you got sent to me.
You got to be fucking kidding me. Speaking of which, I'm on the phone. This is why I'm all pissed off. I'm on the phone with PayPal today. They said, here's your 1099, and my wife's an accountant, so like I'm okay with all this stuff. I mean, she's kept me out of jail. So they said in 2022 you've earned $953,000. Well, no, I didn't. Well, yeah, you did. And I said, look, $953,000 was sent to Caesars or fucking FanDuel or whatever the case was. But you don't know what I sent them. I mean, that's what I collected. How do you know I didn't fucking fund $1 million? I could have lost money. All we have here is, I said, well, no, look at the accounts. Now, when I fund like Caesars, all it says is debit $5,000 off credit card ending in 2259. Like, why doesn't it, when they pay me, they say from Caesars Sportsbook plus the big fucking letters, like I'm getting money, but it doesn't say when I fund. So I'm like, no, Mr. PayPal, I did not win I did not earn, I'm not paying tax on $950,000. Let's just say I paid $890. So maybe I'll pay taxes on 70. And they're giving me all this kind of shit. And then my wife is giving me shit. How do you fucking, why is so much money being fucking coming in from legalized sports bets? You don't even gamble. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's a mistake. I mean, I can gamble a little bit, not with my son. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Moral of the story is no good deed goes unpunished. Your father asks you for some money. You send him some money. Oops, you click it the wrong way. He pays $91, and apparently it ruins his entire weekend. That
wasn't ruining the weekend. That just ruined my morning. I just found out an hour ago about the fee. My whole fucking thing was ruined. The only satisfaction I got, and just so you people know, we had dinner, 14 of us, Friday night at an Italian restaurant. My sister, for some reason, says to me, please do not pick up the check. You do it all the time. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Every time a fucking check comes, nobody budges. Bolivar, who you met, technically you're pretty much your cousin or your uncle. He was at dinner, and we made $100 bet. He says, I bet you $100 fucking dollars right now. JJ picks up the whole tab. I said, I'll bet you 500 he don't. I said, are you kidding me? I'll lay you money. He's like, no. Your kid's a stand-up kid. He's going to pick up the check. Said, you have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. And so my sister sends this email out saying, don't make Joey pay for the whole check. The check comes. what do you call it, $1.50, 100. Everybody's leaving money in front of, throwing money in front of me. So I look at my wife. I said, honey, you ain't gonna fucking believe this. I said, not only am I not gonna have to get stuck with the check, I got a score here. I might be positive money. She's like, how do you figure? I said, I'm gonna have dinner. We might make a couple hundred. And she's like, come on, give everybody the money. Just reimburse everybody their money. I'm like, reimburse. And plus, JJ hasn't even kicked in yet. And she's like, well, don't make JJ pay if you got it. I said, listen to me, don't make JJ pay. He's not, I don't think he's good. He hasn't even looked. Not to mention, we're at a fucking Italian restaurant, a good restaurant, and this guy orders a pizza with fucking penny vodka sauce on top of a pizza. How fucking bizarre is that? You either have penny vodka sauce or you have a pizza.
See, what seems like a delicacy to you is not a delicacy to me. Like that, I never eat that. So that's a delicacy to me.
They're two separate meals.
No, we ordered one pie.
I get an order of, I'm gonna move for pasta. I get an order of penny vodka sauce. Okay, that's fine. That's fine for you fucking 9th generation Italians who don't know how to eat regular pasta. Go ahead, that's fine. Eat it. That's good. That penny with vodka sauce.
Can I ask you a serious question? What is the difference between rigatoni and vodka sauce on a pizza and taking a piece of bread and dipping it in rigatoni and vodka sauce?
Why would you dip it? Do you dip fucking hot dogs and Allen dressing?
Now you don't dip bread in vodka sauce? What have you become, Mr. Classy?
It's bread is one, but not pizza. They're two separate meals. You have one or the other.
At some point in the line, your screws got loose, and you forgot that dipping bread into vodka sauce is the exact same thing as eating penny and vodka on a pizza. It's the exact same thing. So anyway,
but here's the good news. The good news is the dinner is over. My son has a cast arm. Doesn't go into his fucking pocket. Doesn't do nothing. Walks out of the place. I don't care. I think I'm still ahead money without him kicking it. So I'm probably fronting about $90, and I ate. Everybody's happy. Good conversation. Good dinner. Great. So now our plans afterwards are we're taking the family, me, my wife, my daughter-in-law, JJ, and we're going bowling. So what my son claims to be zero weight, which I know, just the air that comes out of his mouth is a lie. I know it is a weight. It's a Friday night at fucking 7, 8 o'clock at night. There's going to be a weight to bowl. No wait. Okay. So there's no wait. Meanwhile, we go there. There's a 30-minute wait. Get at the bar, round the drinks. Boom. My son picks up the fucking drinks. Hey, it's something. We go bowling. There's 5 people bowling, whatever the case is. He gets online. He's handballing. So that's kind of nice. At least he's doing the fucking the bowling, Now, I'm not saying I don't bowl a lot. Okay, I don't bowl a lot. But I don't realize in New Jersey that you get fucking nailed 4% if you use a credit card. Add the tax. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, it's $16 a game to bowl and $8 for shoe rentals. So every person that's bowling, it's $32 for 2 games, $8 for shoes, is $40. Okay, $40. 5 people's $200. Add the tax, add the fucking 4% for using a credit card, which I've never heard in my life other than New Jersey. Does anybody ever hear this thing anyplace else? That if you pay by credit card, they charge you fucking 44%. So for him, not buying dinner winds up costing him $290 for bowling and drinks. He got royally fucked. He paid the most. All he's got to do is drop a $100 bill on the table, and I buy the bowling, and I'm the one stuck $291.
See, the chat would understand. The chat would understand why I didn't chip in for dinner because I knew bowling was going to be more expensive than dinner.
No, you didn't know it. You just fucking figured out.
I've been to that bowling alley. I frequent at that bowling alley.
You frequent.
I frequent at that bowling alley.
And this is the guy who my daughter is upset because she's lefty, like JJ's lefty. She believes anything he says. She trusts him with everything. He's like the all-star athlete because JJ tells her. He's the best basketball player because JJ tells her. He's the greatest bowler because JJ tells her, right? So, Daddy, I got to talk to you. Daddy, JJ's going to help me. He's going to bowl. So he does a good job with his sister, helping her bowl. And then afterwards, she feels bad because she says, JJ's not going to teach me no more because I'm bowling bad. And I feel really bad, like I'm letting him down because he's trying to teach me. I said, Samantha, he bowled an 88, a 71, and a 93. Fuck him. What could he be teaching you? It's not your fault. It's the teacher's fault. Where's Joey work when you need him? Where's somebody who knows how to bowl when you need him?
And Joey works lefty.
And Joey, put him on the payroll. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. We'll send him out of here. So that was our weekend. But I did enjoy the weekend. I felt a little uncomfortable that you sat away from me. We didn't really get a chance to talk much, but we did make up some quality time.
What was I going to do? Rip somebody out of their chair and tell them to move? You were in a corner.
I wouldn't have been in a corner.
By everybody.
I wouldn't have been in a corner, but it was fine. No, because I knew I figured let it go at that because I knew we were going to have some time afterwards. So I was kind of okay with that. So just out of curiosity, in normal jobs, if somebody works weekends and holidays, they get like time and a half. I'm not asking. I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't know how Run Pure works, but did they factor that in, like paid holidays or working Sundays?
So to you, is Championship Sunday like a holiday to you?
Well, it's not Championship Sunday to me because I care about basketball. I can give a fuck about the football game. I'll discuss the football game with you, which I'm sure you'll disagree with, but that's fine. I bet San Francisco to get to the Super Bowl. I have to root for them. I hope they win, and I got like PP money that they win the Super Bowl. I think the best bet for football fans are, as far as what you call value, is Cincinnati. I can get them at plus 299. I would think they could win the Super Bowl. I mean 3-1. They're probably one of the best teams in there. I think any team has a chance, but I don't know. I mean, that's who. I have to root for the 49ers today. I know. Kristen's not going to like that, but that's what I have to do.
I think it keeps us perfectly on brand with you loving the 49ers for as long as you've loved them, and me who can't fucking stand the 49ers. I think it's perfectly on brand.
Okay, but look, from what I'm reading here, you might be. It was their versus game at Ridgefield Park Bowling in 62. Fucking 62. I wasn't even sperm. I wasn't even born yet. I might remember like in the 70s, it was like fucking $1 at Lodi Lanes, but I don't know about 35 cents for me, $1 something. And then plus them shoes. You know how many stinky fucking fungi feet must be in them shoes that we wear? I'm still scratching.
But, yeah, I mean,
it's fine.
It's
okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to educate you on a college basketball game today. I'm going to educate you. NC Greensboro is playing Furman today. Now, you're probably going to not like this, but I don't really care because this isn't your fucking wheelhouse. You didn't listen to me about Djokovic. Even though I lost the other one, I know, but I had Djokovic in 3 sets today. Of course, my wife fades me and plays him in 4 sets. Why? She says, I think what's his name has to. Yeah, it's 35-31 at the half. Yeah, I would take him out.
At what point do the Tsitsipas blowhards finally just admit that the dude will never beat a big time opponent in a big time match?
He never will. I mean, what's his name might not lose for the rest of the year, Djokovic, because he seems like he's playing better now than he's ever played. I mean, he looks really good today. He looks really good. I was glad he won too. And that's the first time I've ever seen fans actually root for him.
He did have that extra incentive to win too, right? Because he hasn't been allowed to play there, right?
They fucking threw him out last year. And he gets the 10th Aussie Open, and he ties Nadal for the most career majors.
He dropped one total set that tournament. How often has that been done in the Australian Open? One total set, right?
At one point, he had 40 straight points on his serve. 40. That's like love. I mean, that's crazy.
And he doesn't even have a gigantic, which makes it even better. He doesn't even have a gigantic.
I know.
He's just unbelievable.
And it wasn't like they were aces. Yeah, it was crazy. All right, so back at the ranch, I made a big bet on NC Wilmington today, plus 1.5. They won 5 straight games. They're first in their conference. There's not much separation between them and Furman, team-wise, other than one plays really good defense, one don't. One scores a lot of points, and one scores a good amount of points. I always like a great defense against a great offense in college basketball, which is why I am a Virginia fan. But giving up 63 points a game, I think is a lot more impressive than scoring 73 points a game. What I do like is 2 weeks ago, these two teams played at Furman. Greensboro beat them on their court. So in that game, they shot better from 2. They shot better from 3. They out-rebounded Furman. Less turnovers, more assists, more steals. Furman jacked up 26 threes that game, made 9. Not saying that's horrible, but Greensboro put up 14 and made half of them 7. I look at it like this, Greensboro is going to draw up more fouls. They're going to get to the free throw line more. To me, that's a really big advantage. And if you look at the last game, which I did, I actually watched the last game. Greensboro got to the free throw line 33 times on the road in conference. That's very, very unusual to not get hometown calls in a Southern Conference. You get to the free throw line 33 times, to Furman 17 times. That's 16 points. It's hard to make up. Now we go play at Greensboro, where we think we would get hometown calls there, home court calls there. I think Greensboro is the better team. I mean, they're not the better scoring team, but they're better defensive team. I just gave them categories where they outplayed them on the road. And I'm getting 1.5 at home. No, give me Greensboro plus the points. I want to bet an alternate line and lay like 2 or 3. So that's my play today. NC Greensboro. I'll keep it honest with you. Like I said, Canisius has been losing throughout the game, but I did tell you I had them. They'll have a good second half. They should be able to beat Manhattan. Manhattan fucking sucks. I'm not saying Canisius is world beaters, but they generally do okay in the second half. Manhattan usually folds up. So if you guys want to make a second half bet on that, that's fine. Football. Tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think. How's that sound, JJ?
Sounds absolutely fantastic.
Who's on the side of what game? Alvarez, no, Micah, Joker. Nadal's not going to win another fucking major for the rest of his life. He's lucky he can walk to the court. That guy's got so much fucking pain, friend. Trust me.
I do agree. I do agree with you partially, though, friend. I do think a healthy Alcaraz is likely a pick 'em, probably at worst against Djokovic on clay. I mean, would you agree? I mean, Alcaraz is his best surface.
Yeah,
Nadal, obviously,
I think Alcaraz in 2 years or 3 years might be good. Might get that way. But right now, I don't know if he has. The thing that Alcaraz is missing is, I think in tennis is the knowledge of the situation of like fucking Djokovic knew exactly how to get to. He knows how to get to people. He knows the angles. He knows when to go for a winner. He's very like at the end of the match. What did he do? He went like this, and then he went like this. He's got the brains and he's got the heart, and that's what. I think the talent is there, but then again, we've seen this before, talent-wise, when players came up. I remember when was it Zverev came up. Oh, forget about it. When the one guy with the big serve from Canada, Raonic, he came up. Oh, you got to see this guy. Everybody has that big hype coming in. I mean, no one had more hype than Andy Roddick, and Andy Roddick was good, but never could get there.
People love Felix too. I mean, Felix ain't gonna ever get. I mean, can he get there until he fixes his mental issue? Like that's the biggest problem I see is that. And I don't know if it's the participation trophy from 10, 15 years ago that's starting to find itself now. But these kids that come up, they're just not even close to mentally as tough as Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal were. And the fact that Djokovic is still as good mentally as he is physically is just super impressive. But these all of them, like even what's his name? Even the guy you like, the trash talker, not Kyrgios, Medvedev. Medvedev's so mentally unstable. Like,
I know
what is going on.
Right, but here's the thing. Like I know Federer used to get a lot of love, and this is probably before you started really. When Federer was at the top of his game, his rival was Andy Roddick, who only beat him once. He didn't like Nadal was there, Nadal was coming up, but there wasn't the players that there were today. There were like today everybody's tough. I mean, you get guys like Sinner, you get guys like. And I'm not saying these guys they're talented, they could win. They're just like second, third, fourth, and fifth best. It just seems like they run across Djokovic and they can't beat him. I don't think Federer had that kind of pool of talented players. I mean, a guy like Felix, when he's playing really well, you would think he'd have a major or two under his belt, but it seems like you always have to. Like Andy Murray was a rival of Federer, but fucking Andy Murray won one Wimbledon match, I think, in his prime. I mean, he could never win. He was like these guys today. He didn't have the combination. Djokovic is the best ever. I mean, there's no question. Obviously, when you talk about clay, it's obviously it's going to be Nadal. So who just asked me a question? Facts, who's your team regardless of wager on them or not? I don't know. I mean, I don't really. I kind of stopped. If you have a favorite team, you shouldn't be gambling. I grew up. I mean, I was born in Jersey, so yeah, I always have this thing for the local. I'm a Yankee fan. I mean, obviously, when I was a kid, my dad took me to Yankee games, so I was younger. But when I grew up in South Florida, so obviously, being a Miami guy, obviously University of Miami, obviously the Dolphins I kind of rooted for because they were my home team. Used to watch the Yankees play spring training back then. It was in Fort Lauderdale. That's where their spring training was, but. I'm not really a big, rah-rah kind of fan guy. I mean, I'll bet against teams I like all the time, that I kind of grew up watching. But I don't think really, I like boxers. When boxing was big, I always had favorite boxers that I used to like, but that's pretty much it. We are now riding Drake, 1.2 million. We are riding with Drake, 1.2 million on Kansas City. Who's Drake?
No, are we right? I'll tell you this, John. With the books lose big, if XYZ team covers, all that shit doesn't matter. I mean, I listened to all week for the last 2 weeks how you can't tease these teams together because the books aren't going to let these teams win or every chalk teaser thus far in the playoffs has come through, every single one of them. If last week you took all three favorites -2.5, the big ones, that came through without an issue. The week before, if you teased up the most popular options in wildcard weekend, all those came through. If you're still believing the narrative that where money exists on teams matters, I mean, you're just out of your mind. In reality, bet the teams you want to bet or don't bet the teams you want to bet. But the idea that in single one-off sample games, the books have this push on who's winning games and who's not, it's crazy. Just bet who you think is going to win and try to get good numbers in the process. With that said, who do you I assume you like the 49ers today, right? Because you got them in the Super Bowl?
Well, let me answer au jus. I know Drake's a black fucking rapper, okay? I do know that from Canada. When I looked at it, I thought he was talking about Drake fucking in a college basketball game who plays college basketball, so I read it too fast. I'm not that fucking old. I know who Drake is. But I kind of have this thing where I kind of like, I'm not like fucking listening to fucking Perry Como or Frank Sinatra, okay? Are we okay with that? Cocksucker.
I picture you listening to stuff from like the House of Blues. Like that's like, I feel like that's in your genre. Like 1960.
I do the Who. I do Zeppelin, the Stones, Eminem. I don't fuck around. I listen to anything really. But as far like I always tell you what we discuss on Mondays. How the books did. 4 favorites won. You figure, holy shit, books got crushed. No, because 4 unders came in, and people will not just bet a game without using the total. 4 unders come in last week. Books are getting fat. They're getting fat, no question about it. So, today, no matter what happens, books won't lose because I've heard on 2 different occasions, holy shit, Joe, I'm getting fucking crushed with Cincinnati money. Unreal. And then like a day later, they're like, thank God that evened out. Just got hit with a bunch of Kansas City money. 4 hours later, here comes the KC money. And it's just going back and forth. I think for them not to move Philly from 2.5 to 3 leads me to believe that they're either afraid to move it on that number, which you should be, or they're getting enough San Francisco money to say, I ain't moving it. Fuck that. Frisco could win. And I really don't know. I mean, I would bet both under. Like I said, I sent out an email to a bunch of people today and said, I think they're always going to inflate overs. I think they always do this time of year. And I think people that are watching the games, don't like betting unders. And, last 2 games of the season before the Super Bowl, people want to see points. You got really good offenses. We got really good, quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, the half black and white kid from Kansas City, whatever his name is, Mahomes. The other 2 quarterbacks. I mean, Purdy's a big story. The other kid from Philly's having a good year. But you got to understand something. These might be the 2 best defenses in the NFC. They might be the 2 best defenses in the league.
I think that first game's being chalky. I think that first game's being more chalky under money than over money, especially when you think about last week, all 4 games went under, right? So if you were somebody who pounded overs last week because the wild card weekend, everything went over, you got completely busted last weekend. So, but I think the first game, at least from what I've seen, a good amount of people are betting the under in that game because of the 2 top defenses. So, but we'll see. It's still 2 great offensive minds, and a total of 45.5. I wouldn't consider that a high total. It's the second game where it looks like everybody's betting that game over. It looks like.
Well, I always look at it like this. I think in the way I look at the game is when you have 2 people that are I got Caesars online right now at 2.5. I could lay 2.5 right now, John, on Caesars online, right on my phone if I want to. So maybe Caesars in Vegas, or maybe they switch it in different states. I don't know, but it hasn't a budget. It's 2.5 -115 Philadelphia. So maybe it's moved in the last 30 seconds, and it could and probably should. That's fine. I don't know. I kind of look at both games this way. If you're Kansas City, you're saying this team is beating the fuck out of us. I mean, Burrow knows how to beat us. I don't want to get into a shootout with this kid because he could win shootouts. Then if you're Cincinnati, you say, you know what? Our run game did real well when we had the lead against Buffalo. Let's shorten it. Do what we do best. The short little passes, the dumps, the screens, the real possession. And Burrow's really, really good at adjusting at the line. So he's not looking to hammer the ball downfield and pop 90-yard passes. That's not that team. But I think they're a possession team. And I think, and you go to the other game, it's the same thing. I mean, look, both of them defenses are real good. I think it's kind of like two guys that are knockout punchers, okay? If I'm fighting a guy and I'm a knockout puncher and he's a knockout puncher, I'm not looking to knock him out. I'm not looking to take any chances because I could probably knock him out, but if I'm fucking drop my hands, he's going to knock me out. So I think in a game like this where so much is on the line, it's 4th and 2 from midfield. During the year, both teams go for it. Now you stop and you say, wait a minute. Do I want Philly to have the ball if I don't get this at midfield, or let them go 90 yards? Let me punt them deep. So I think you might see a lot more of that. It's just human nature. It has to be. I'm not saying they're going to play not to lose, but you don't take the chances in a game like this when somebody could come back and really bite you on the ass if you're gambling on some of these plays. I think it's going to be a feel-out period. And I think both teams want to get to the second half or get to the fourth quarter. Let's see who wins. That's what I think. I think it's going to be pretty close games. I really do. Imagine I had a couple of million on the Cowboys. Yeah, I do believe that shit about this guy. I know a lot of people do this kind of stuff. Like I know Floyd will, I'm not going to mention the sports book, but they'll say, look, we'll punch a ticket for $1 million on the Lakers, $1 million on the fucking Clippers. We'll void we'll void them both out, but it's good publicity for the hotel. Let's just do that. I mean, this fucking mattress Mac guy, how many fucking mattresses could he sell? I mean, how many fucking people don't have mattresses in Houston? I don't. It's advertising, Johnny. I know it's advertising, but what the fuck? I mean, you're bidding $1 million. You know how many mattresses you got to sell? How many people are going to come there? You know what? I need a mattress today. Instead of going to the fucking place by myself, I'm going to order one from Mattress Mac down in Houston. Wait 6 weeks for delivery. Let them charge 4% of my fucking credit card like they do on New Jersey, and wait forever for it to get delivered because he bet the Cowboys. No, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good publicity. I guess it's not bad. It's a good thing. Let me see if what bookmakers got now. If they moved it to 3, and then I'll check Caesars. I'm just curious because I want to see if everybody moved this fucking line. You seen Solstein 2.5s out there, Jay Meister?
I don't have all the different odds in front of me. I can pull it up from.
What kind of a fucking? You're supposed to have this shit in front of you, like me. Shit happens.
But I will say this. My favorite probably bet of the day is Jalen Hurts over his rushing number. It's 46.5, or at least it was. Hold on. 46.5.
2.5 Philadelphia bookmaker minus 115. Total 45.
Hold please. Yeah, I'm sure if you line shop, you can find 2.5s or 3. I mean, I'm sure different books are offering different things based on their own palette for risk right now.
I would think this would be the time to fucking shop, wouldn't you? Let's see.
I would have figured the time to shop would have been like 3 days ago, not now.
Well, no, it doesn't matter because it's the same thing. If you're betting the game right now, the difference.
If you're betting now and you want to bet Philly, find somewhere you can get 2.5. Don't be laying 3 with Philly. There's 2.5 open everywhere. If you want to bet San Francisco, find somewhere where you can find 3 because 3 is existing in multiple places. So yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, which is fucking silly. Okay, Caesars put it at 3, making Frisco minus 120. So if you want to lay 2.5 with the Eagles, you're going to lay what, 128, 126. I mean, they've been minus 2.5, minus 120. Some either way. Anyway, it's the same thing. It's just fucking how they want to.
So here's my take on Hurts. Most of the season, they had his number plagued at about 52, 53.5. He was super healthy last week. At least he looked it. He wasn't running because they were up 4 touchdowns in the second half, but he was running in the first half. That San Francisco D-line is going to put pressure on him to move out of the pocket. They already designed him 7 to 8 runs. And if you look at the teams that have played San Francisco with mobile quarterbacks, guys like Justin Fields, and I forgot the other guy. Justin Fields ran for over 100 yards against his team. And I forgot the other quarterback that also ran for 80 or 90. This D line puts pressure and opens up the middle. And Hurts I'd be shocked if Hurts had less than 9 or 10 carries total today. And all his runs are high leverage where he can get 10, 15 a pop. So I like the spot. Obviously, last week, the best play for me was Burrow. I think he ended up with 40, which would have hit all his alternates. I'm not saying Hurts is going to run for 100 today, but the number is low to begin with versus what his season average numbers were.
And it's low because they got speed. They got speed in the second, and they got speed at linebacker. I mean,
it's low because he rushed for like 18 yards last week.
Right, but I think coming off the injury, are they going to gamble that? Just like, are they going to gamble? Are they going to gamble any kind of? Is Andy Reid changing his playbook this week based on how Mahomes is?
I'm talking Jalen Hurts.
No, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, are they going to do less run plays based on his injury? I mean, you don't know.
I'd be shocked if any book is even offering a rushing prop on Mahomes. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even post one. Would you even post it at?
No. I'm not saying post. I'm just saying the first 15 scripted. That's what most of these coaches do. I know Andy Reid does, and I'm pretty sure the other guy does as well. Are they gonna play a little bit? Okay, maybe we don't run our quarterbacks as much. Maybe we just kind of like roll them out a little bit, dump off. I mean, I don't see Hurts running without sliding. I think he's gonna slide, and I think the thing is with that bet you're making, if he breaks the line one time, he could run for 35 yards, and you're pretty much going to be home after that. I mean, he just needs one good run, and I've seen him do it. I've seen him run for 40 yards.
With the way this game's played, I don't think he needs one. I think he can grind. I think he can grind out 47 yards today without any. I think he can grind it out. I don't think he needs your 20-yard run. I don't think he does. It was the same thing with Burrow last week. I don't think Burrow needed. I thought Burrow just based on rush attempts alone was going to grind out that number. It didn't even matter. He ended up with 40. I think Hurts can grind out the number. Just based on sheer volume. They're going to give him 5 to 6 carries like they do every week. So it doesn't matter. They're going to design 5 to 6 plays for Jalen Hurts to run the football today. They do it every week. Included in that, they're going to, because of all the pass plays they're going to run, he's going to be pushed out of the pocket because of the good pass rush from San Francisco, which is going to open up more doors for him to run. He's not shy to run. Looked 100% healthy last week. Whatever injury he was dealing with, he looked fine. I mean, the dude was lowering his shoulder into people in the first half last week. He's fine.
Can I make a statement? Right now, I want you to know there are coaching positions open in Carolina, okay? Because the way you are interviewing perfect for a head coaching job. I mean, Carolina's hiring.
Head coaches know X's and O's. Head coaches know that. I'm just saying on a player prop.
You're telling me some X's and O's.
You're being a smart ass. You're being a smart ass. And I'm telling you that just from play peripherals, Jalen Hurts makes a lot of sense at the number today.
And
thank you, Chris.
Peripheral. I'm betting JJ. Don't fuck me. I'm betting JJ. Don't fuck me. Man, that's like fucking really asking for a big favor. Nah, he's usually good with this. Yeah, you don't see like him. If I say something, he fucking buries me. If I give a pick, what about this? But I'm with him. I mean, I don't bet stuff like that. But I mean, I might tell him for a couple bucks. I mean, why not? I got to root for it anyway. I got to root for him. Can't root against.
What I really love about it is everybody's soaking themselves up on so many random props. Nobody's really talking about Jalen Hurts' rushing number today, which makes me feel even better. It's like the dude has rushed with efficiency all year long, has a few bad games because of injury, and now is playing the biggest game of the season for the Eagles. He's going to be running today. I mean, unless he gets hurt, that number should be very live all game long.
Who are you betting? Are you betting the games itself?
Yeah, so the two bets I made for the games today were both 1 seeds, first half team total over for both teams. It was 10.5. Probably a little higher now. Maybe you get 11.5, 12.5, depending your book. But I'd argue it's obviously rare that a first half lands on 11 or 12. It could happen, but it's very rare. I bet both first half.
Can't you just get on the fucking air one day and say, you know what, guys? I bet Philadelphia. I bet San Francisco. I like them.
I didn't
go to the Super Bowl.
But I didn't. I'm not a liar. I hope people will respect that. Those are the bets I made.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. I mean, I'm forced into. I'm forced into rooting for San Francisco because I bet them. It's kind of like, you're at a club and you're horny and you got to fuck the ugliest girl in the joint because there's no other options. I can't bet Philly. I need Frisco to win. So as far as the other game goes, I think Cincinnati's going to win. I'm not betting them, but I think they're going to be low scoring games. For some odd reason, I have no rhyme or reason other than what I just said. I just think if you can get, I don't. But then again, like I'm not a big. They said that this is the biggest weekend. Fuck this weekend. It was big for me at 3:00 in the morning when Djokovic won. That was big for me. It'll be big if Canisius wins today. It'll be big for me if NC Greensboro wins. But I'm not like, I know everybody's all jacked up and like these shows, these shows, they're talking about all the stuff. They're killing it. Then 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, it's going to be fucking maddening. All these people talking. Now, I do not know much about, or I don't fuck with the NBA. You know why I don't bet the NBA? Because last I checked, LeBron James, I think I saw in a highlight, got fouled, and somehow they didn't call a foul. Did you see that play?
I did see the play.
How did they not call a foul on that? Is because the refs took fucking Celtics money line. Had to be.
You know what's funny? A year ago, you had said to me, I was one of those guys. It looks like you've become one of those guys because I'm not one of those guys.
I don't trust anything that has to do with the NBA. Nothing. I don't trust anything. NBA is rigged.
NBA. I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole, but either way, I mean, the problem with the NBA is the regular season means nothing. So to these players, the games literally. I mean, obviously, LeBron was putting on a little bit of an Academy Award after the non-foul call yesterday, but the games mean nothing. Half the league makes the playoffs, and there's 82 games. It's almost becoming like baseball season's way too long, to be honest. But the NBA. All these dudes don't give a shit. From night to night, you're basically trying to predict how motivated these guys are going to be on a nightly basis, and they're just not.
Now, you failed to tell everybody that your father, what he said, hey, Jay, you want to do a father and son weekend? Should I play the audio? Who gets these kind of offers? Get ready, guys. Listen to this.
I don't know if they're going to hear it, but either way, it was he got off. I understand. I got shit to do. I got lineups I have to finalize for DFS. You
fucking leave. Why should you come here?
Nobody wants to listen to your audio on your phone. Just tell them what it said.
I'm gonna tell them now. How do you like that? If you got shit to do, trust me, we didn't wake you out of bed to come here. Go do your fucking lineup. We're fine. We'll be okay. Am I right? Am I right, guys?
So anyway, Nate, I saw your thing before on the more bets. Those are the three I'm most confident in. I did fire light on other bets, but those are the three I have the most money on. So
I would like to do.
If you want to go to the sheet on pure bets.
Are you there? Do they leave? Oh, that'd be great. Listen, set me up for tomorrow because Virginia's playing Syracuse. So I'm gonna finish my I got one more show for the end of the month I want to do because Virginia Syracuse. I want to talk about that game tomorrow. So if you can be so kind. Is to we'll do a Monday recap tomorrow. Am I in or not? Let me know because I want to do a Monday show tomorrow.
I'll set it up.
All right, so I'll be here Monday, tomorrow. So we'll talk about we're gonna talk about Virginia, Syracuse, and a couple other college games that I like. So I'll definitely do that. And you believe this guy? I got shit to do. Like who the fuck invited him?
What? Now you're saying your goodbyes. What happened to you can run the show?
Well, I wasn't, but I'll stay. I'll stay all fucking day. How do you like that? You think I care? But now you give me the old like, oh, it's time to go. Maybe it's time to go, kind of shit. All right, damn, what was I gonna do if you leave? But if you got stuff to do, set your lineup up. Use the tight ends. What everybody's doing right? Using the tight ends. Use the however that shit it is. First of all, if I wanted some advice,
we'll remain on this show until 2:20 Eastern.
Not to stay that long. Don't let the dog hit your ass on the way out. The fuck cares? I gotta get stuck with you for 4 days in Vegas. We should have a camera crew follow you out in Vegas and really see some shit. Fighting at the dice table. I did get them tickets for the Chippendales for you.
Thank you.
I just figured, I know you'd be 3 or 4 days not going to the fucking gay gym. At least you get to see the Chippendales. It's Thunder from Down Under, the Australian male dancers. I got your front row seat, so you might get bumped in the head by them fucking big pricks that they got.
I'm really looking forward to it. That's
I think you like it. Me and Kristen will play some roulette. You can go watch the show and get all wound up. You should get some of them Benoit balls for your ass while you're watching it. You'll be all set. Hey, look, you got a dad that can get comps for shows like that. It's kind of tough to explain to my host that for you, but you got to navigate it and just do what you got to do. Chijo, over under on how many times Jones says cocksucker in Vegas in a day? No, we don't stay at Circa. We're not fucking pikers, Chris. Fucking Caesar's Palace, motherfucker. We stay in the Hangover Suite, and they even bring in the fucking White Tiger. Yeah, we don't fuck around.
There's no white tiger.
There's no white tiger? I don't, because I don't request them because I know you're afraid of them. You're also afraid of bunny rabbits. But anyway, no, I don't. I don't do circa. Fuck that. I'm a Caesars guy. That's what I do. In fact, I'll be in Vegas in May. Let's make a Run Pure weekend at Caesars. But I'm not a Run Pure guy. I would do it if they've set it up. Shit, I can do it. I'll do it. The powers that be need to get a hold of all the. No, we don't want fantasy people, just sports people. We'll come by there and we're gonna have a good time. But the problem with that, Chow Chu, are you Chinese?
Chachu.
Are you a dog?
Might be
Anyway,
a chick.
whatever. Are you a chick? Really? If you are, you got cash, or you one of them Hasbros like 67, nothing else to do, hanging around fucking chat rooms, looking to leech onto a 30-year-old sports guy. Him is dead, but he likes it. Get this guy a pure shirt.
Chrissy's got him.
I got him. I don't wear him. I don't wear them because they don't pay me to wear them. If they pay me, I'll wear them. I'm advertising for them, just like advertising for. We're talking about paid advertisement. Yeah. So me and my son will be in Vegas in what? 2 weeks? 2 weeks we'll be there in Vegas.
A little longer than that, but yeah.
Oh, I think I'm there the 12th. I think I'm there the 12th or the 13th, or maybe it's the 15th. I don't know. But yeah, about 2 weeks or so, we'll be out there. Chachu is my dog. Okay. That's a good name for a dog. Would have been my second choice. But yeah, so we'll be out in Vegas. We'll probably take some pictures of us doing stupid shit and betting games and doing whatever. So yeah, make it know. We'll be on Monday. We have at least enough people watching that are enjoying this kind of entertainment. Or are we running slow today?
Like 80, 85.
That many? Shit, I would have went under 50 for the max. Okay, I'll let you go. 46 minutes is enough. Guys, you got time, 3 o'clock. NC Greensboro, get on them. I'm going to try to sweat this Canisius game.
Just to recap, my dad likes both unders in these games. Not heavily invested for him, but those are those are the sides you fired on, the unders, right? And for me,
bet him. I like him. I'll be honest, I didn't bet him. I said if I was, I will not probably even watch the football games today. I will do it. I'll probably squeeze him out in the finals. I can't sit through a football game. It aggravates me. But yeah, I just think the people always ask me, if you had to bet the game, what would you do? I don't have to, but if you're a degenerate like you are, because you're asking me this question, I'd bet under in both games. Play contrarian, figure both teams would play a little close to the vest and take advantage of the high totals. That's what I would do. That's
fair
it.
Enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be rooting for the 49ers because I bet on them to get to the Super Bowl, and it's my last chance. So that's it. All right, you, my friend, I will talk to you during the week, or you'll set the thing up.
Yeah, I'll set it up for
tomorrow. What time tomorrow? So, we'll do 5 or
what time do you want? 5, 6:30. Which one do you want?
Tomorrow, I think my daughter's got a basketball game. Let's do 5. Let's do 5. Yeah, 5 is good.
I'll have it set up. And then, folks, as I mentioned, first half team totals for me, for both home teams, and then Jalen Hurts, my favorite bet of these two games, over his rushing number. With all that said, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes, run pure, folks. With that, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
I'll see you guys later. So who's going to get out?